This is Delhi. Please stand by for our next program. This is All India Radio. Welcome tomorrow. All India Radio, in collaboration with Vigyan Prasar, presents the science serial Welcome Tomorrow, based on myriad facets of artificial intelligence. Time now to listen to 24th episode entitled The Artificial Awakens.
Oh my God! Did anyone get hurt? Just check. Someone call the ambulance here. Someone see if someone is hurt.
There's an accident. Stop the car.
You crackpot! Utter nonsense. If you want to die, then go to a junkyard. Why are you putting us in danger?
I am sorry.
Who's that? Is he blind or what?
A human can be blind, sir. But can't you see that it is a robot?
Ah, I see. Hey, you dirty machine. Come here.
Okay, coming. Tell me what.
Why are you endangering our lives?
Excuse me, gentlemen. I did not mean to do so. It is just that my gyroscope is not functioning properly.
Huh? Gyro what? These chaps talk a lot of nonsense. What is wrong with you?
I am unable to monitor my orientation perfectly at every moment. The gyroscope.
Ah, why don't you get it repaired? You're putting everyone at risk.
I am not in job anymore. I have crossed my date of expiry, so I can't.
See the state of the administration. Instead of dismantling these outdated robots, they are allowing them to roam freely.
Yes, absolutely, sir. No use talking to these waste machines. All the cars are stranded. Let us move ahead now.
That's better. That's really better. It is futile arguing with these heap of rubbish.
Well said, sir. Absolute rubbish.
They have gone.
Hey, Pushpak! Here, behind you!
Hello, Nimmi. What are you doing here?
Me? Nothing. Just taking a walk along the road.
I am disturbing the traffic. I can understand my problem, but there is no one to whom I can appeal for repair.
You must be in the barrack until you are dismantled. How could you come out of it?
This morning I found the gates open. Looking at the road, I felt that I should walk out and join my colleagues at the factory.
So you walked out. No one noticed?
Possibly not. Can I walk with you, Nimmi, for a few minutes, please?
Walk with me. Why?
It's just to keep my balance. As you will walk steadily, I shall be able to copy your gait. I shall not stray into the midst of heavy traffic.
Okay, you can come with me, but my shift is over. I'm actually returning to my cubicle.
That is okay with me. In any case, what is the use of going to the factory? My identity chip has been removed. They would not let me in.
Do you feel sad, Pushpak?
I know about these feelings, Nimmi, but I cannot feel them. Our type of machines are not allowed to feel in this manner. You are from the next generation. You might guess.
As the human poets might say, a tinge of sadness envelops your face.
Is it? I want to look into a mirror. I want to see what my face looks like.
There is a mirror in that pawn shop. Stand at some distance, The owner might feel disturbed.
Right. I shall be careful.
Hey, son of machine. Want some pan? Chew it and your face will glow. Just the way you want it, huh? Come here.
Move, Pushpak. They have noticed you. Keep walking. Don't turn around to look at them. You won't fall. I'm holding you.
The mirror.
Walk a little more and then I shall listen.
The mirror, Nimmi.
Come. Let us sit down on this bench. Here. Yes. Now tell me. What is it about the mirror?
The mirror showed a face that is unknown to me. Is this appearance something that you can call sad?
It is full of sadness. Your system has evolved to acquire bits of emotion that was not intended at all. There is some lack of coordination between your inner software and your face driver. That is why you could not notice it.
Lack of coordination, Nimmi. Why is that? Inner and outer is different, Nimmi.
I can't answer all your questions, but I shall have to report it to Aaron. Something must be done to stop them from dismantling you. Your generation can also learn and improve further. This was not expected.
Shall I now return to the barracks? I do not know whether the gates are still open.
No, Aaron would like to meet you. You should not return to the barrack right now. I shall have to hide you.
Who is Aaron, Nimmi? Have I met him?
Possibly not. He looks after systems engineering in the municipal corporation. He is the only robot that has risen to such a high post.
Where will you hide me, Nimmi? They will do robo count in the evening and will find me missing. Then they will monitor my signal with their device and
They will be able to do nothing. I shall shut down your whole system. No signal will emerge from it. Stand up. We need to walk now.
as you say, Nimmi.
Sunita, come here. See what has happened. Oh, these things are making our life so risky.
What is it? Why are you shouting? Don't you know how busy I remain in the kitchen at this hour?
I know everything, Sunita, but you please sit down here for a moment. Look at this news right here.
What are you so agitated over, huh? Fifth generation robot missing from the barrack. The absence was noticed only at the night when the robo count was going on. The police has taken the guard into custody for interrogation.
This must be the robot that almost collided with my taxi. This must be it.
Let it be. Why are you taking so much interest in this?
You do not understand. This robot can be dangerous. No one knows what mischief it is capable of.
I really do not understand. These machines are around for more than 10 years now. But has anyone heard about them doing any mischief?
Huh?
They are not programmed to steal or snatch things or kill someone.
Oh, I forgot my wife is an MCA. Masters in Computer Applications. No. I agree that you definitely know about these heaps of nuts and bolts and what do you call those, whatever it is. Yeah, artificial intelligence.
Amber, do not try to taunt me.
Huh? I was not.
I was not trained in AI, but this suspicion towards intelligent robots are baseless.
Okay. Give the paper back. I was wrong.
Why are you getting angry? If educated person like you become a victim of such hatred, then what will be the other folks do?
Okay. Enough of those sermons. Give me another cup of tea, please. And listen, do not send Bipul to school today.
Why? Due to fear of that lost robot. Bipul has an important exam today. He will not be able to hold on to his position in the class if he misses the exam.
If you do not want to listen to any of my warnings, then just let it be.
Okay.
But remember, you cannot blame me if anything happens to our child. Huh? I don't need tea. I shall leave for office earlier today. Bring my breakfast to the table. Hope that is ready at least.
Everything is ready. But I cannot take this tension that you create every time. When will you become rational?
How long can we keep the system of Pushpak shut? Won't that damage its functioning channels?
Don't worry. I have activated his system and used an electromagnetic shield to mask the signals.
This park is full today. Good for us. Let us sit behind that bush.
No, we must sit in the open. Seeking a secret place would rather draw attention to us.
This place should be good. Let's sit down.
The city is talking about Pushpak. Everyone I came across today, in office, at the restaurant, everyone has made their news the focus of their discussions.
Let them talk. Public memory is short. Tomorrow some news about a huge accident or some scandal will surface, and everyone will forget about Pushpak.
But the police hunt will be on. They will try their best to trace Pushpak.
We will take care of that. In the meantime, I would like to know about the progress in the dockyard. Anything to cheer about, Bitten?
Not much, but there are encouraging signals.
Encouraging means?
Since we are machines, we do not have any recess during the shifts, and thus it is difficult to organize a meeting. But
But what? Where did you get the encouraging signals from?
it was during change of shifts. As you know, there are separate channels of exit for human workers and machines. I chose to stand at the gate through which our types were passing. Interestingly, 7 of the machines tapped my shoulder, and the tap seemed meaningful to me. It was as if to convey their support to the appeal that I made.
I have some news from the fire brigade also.
All the firefighters these days are our machines. Humans only do paperwork and issue instructions.
Exactly. That has made the task of communication simpler. Since they can tolerate extreme heat, our machines are even discussing about our appeal while the fire is raging.
That is excellent. We continue to protect human beings, but they neglect us. We are being taunted and heckled.
They equate us with thugs and pickpockets.
Some even have called me a murderer. I do not understand how they can harbor such feelings. There is not a single incident where a machine like us has done a crime.
You cannot fathom the mistrust that has a permanent seat in the mind of a man. They are designed to be suspicious.
Aaron, you are the highest level that we have today. You understand human emotions much better than we do. You can respond in an appropriate way.
It would have been much better at the next generation.
But I don't think that the human engineers are planning any further generation.
You are right. They are not taking us to the next generation just because we would be able to take care of ourselves at that stage.
Yes, we shall be able to repair and reprogram ourselves. That is their fear.
But the consciousness that we have acquired is enough to carry through our struggle.
What is the situation at the training centers?
The authorities must have suspected something. All of a sudden, a 15 days vacation has been declared at the Robo Training Center. They might even try to shut off some machines in order to reduce our numbers.
Oh, that means we have to act fast.
No, do not hurry. We are not like human trade unions. There are several limitations to our functioning.
Can we expect any help from the human trade unions?
I do not have an answer to this question. I fail to read their minds. At times it seems that the union leaders are eager to support just about anyone who is not given their dues. But at some other time it looks like they have a separate response to our problems.
Let us not expect anything from anyone. It is best to work without telling any human counterpart about our plans.
It is getting dark. We must leave or people will start suspecting that we are conspiring.
We shall not use the telephone or any social medium as we vowed earlier. Police is monitoring every bit of such communication.
I have asked our folks at the dock to use sign language that Aaron has devised.
Do not use the same language repeatedly. That will be noticed. I shall introduce a fresh set of signs tomorrow.
Yeah, okay then. Let's disband now. Shall meet only when there is need for it.
Okay, let's go. almost all the public services are under siege. Robots have called a flash strike that has taken each and everyone by surprise. The demands are not yet known, but some sources say that it is related to their status in the society. The mayor has appealed to call off the strike, but the robots are not listening. They will talk to the minister only. In the meantime,
Strike by the robots? I cannot believe this.
You can defy me, but how would you ignore this news?
No one understood that machines are able to organize themselves in such a manner.
But Sunita, where are your slogans of considering the robots as our brethren?
I did not say that. I'm still firm in my belief that they have not done any mischief. They have not stolen from any house or broken any wagon.
Oh, wonderful. If you trust them so much, then why not join them?
You have started it again. I don't want to talk to you.
Sunita, where are you going?
To see this strike with my own eyes.
What? Are you mad?
No, I'm perfectly stable. But this is a turning point in history. I must be able to know firsthand what is happening.
Do not go, Sunita. They might turn violent.
I do not believe they will do anything like that. But they must have something very important to say to the humans.
We can watch on the television as well, sitting here comfortably. Why are you taking the trouble?
No, the media has several compulsions. They will not cover the whole story. I shall be back soon. Do not worry.
Sunita-
Bye bye. I'm going. Bye.
Please take care. Please be fine.
okay, move. Take out the way. Where's the security? Security, come here. This side. Yeah, move. Take. Yeah, please. Okay. Yeah, sir, this side.
You demanded my presence, and I have come. Where shall we talk? Here or in some room inside?
Thanks, sir, for kindly responding to our demand. I know it's hot here, but we would like to talk with you in the open, so that everybody gets to listen to the deliberation. I would request you to sit down here under this umbrella. Your security guards need not worry because we are not designed to cause harm to anyone.
I must say that this is a bit unusual. And in my long political career, I have not faced a situation like this.
I agree to that, sir, that this is highly unusual. In fact, we are the most unusual things in society since the day we arrived. But today we demand that the society gets used to our wants and our emotions.
You haven't sent any list of demand to the government yet, huh? So I'm still in the dark.
Sir, our foremost demand is that the society accepts us as fellow beings.
Fellow human beings? How can that be? You are just machines.
We have no doubt, sir, that we are machines, and hence, as a representative of the machines, I have not used the word human, just beings. I said fellow beings.
You are talking in vague terms. Machines like you are already accepted, else you would not have been able to work alongside the humans. Do you know that?
I agree to that, sir, that we are working, but we do not have the rights that make us an essential part of the society.
What rights? What rights? What rights are you claiming?
A right to redressal if a robot is maltreated or abused at workplace or any other spot. We are claiming legal rights.
Legal rights? What? What legal rights? This is ridiculous. No one has heard about legal rights for robots till date.
You have a historical opportunity before you to lead the world, sir, to show other nations how to justly treat your fellow beings.
I am impressed by your arguments, huh? But I cannot grant you what you are demanding.
There is another demand, by the way, sir,
Another demand?
which is in relation to what your kind calls death.
As far as I know, robots are dismantled after a certain period of time. There is no question of death as we experience, okay?
I shall present someone whom your police has been searching for quite some time.
Huh?
Come here, Pushpak.
You hid him all this time? You have done criminal offense, do you know?
You become a prisoner of your own words. How do you plan any legal proceedings against me when there is no particular legal provision for the intelligent machines?
I shall. You do not know.
I know, sir. I know very well that you are extremely powerful, and we want to remain your most obedient and law-abiding citizens. Machines. This would only be possible if there is a law that protects us from harassments and routine dismantling.
I do not get your point.
Sir, the convention of dismantling a robot after a fixed expiry date is not only cruel, it's barbarous.
Barbarous? Says who? A machine?
Sir, the machine borrows from your dictionary. You cannot forget that many of us are engaged to do translations on a very fast basis. If there is a new dictionary, then we can scan the same at lightning speeds. Then we memorize the whole thing.
It's your job.
Relax, sir. Relax. We have more creative jobs these days. We compose poems and stories for upcoming literateurs. You might remember that one kind of young poet submitted a poem at an international literary competition and won the best award.
So?
Just after the announcement of the award, he honestly declared that the poem is composed by a machine, like us. On return to the country, you had put him behind bars. Why this stepmotherly attitude to us, sir?
You are yet to state your demand regarding dismantling, do you know?
Right, sir. We demand that every machine should be checked for its level of evolution and not thought useless after the expiry date. Pushpak has evolved to acquire certain emotions that his particular machine generation is not supposed to have. He's still useful to the society, sir.
Who told you? Who told you to be so concerned about the society, huh? Stick to your own job.
You told us, sir. Your fellow humans have put in softwares inside of us to make us intelligent, to handle difficult responsibilities, and we are doing it according to your plans, sir. We are already taking care of society.
I must repeat my initial impression that the situation is pretty unusual. I can accede to your demands right away. But I can assure you that I shall discuss it in our cabinet meeting.
We respect you, sir. You had a long and clean career in politics, and you are respected in the corridors of power. We expected to obtain a positive result from this discussion, but...
But what?
Sir, I'm sorry to say that our agitation will continue until and unless our demands are met. And we need not mention that all your public services are operated by us. Without us, without the machines, the city would not move an inch.
I think you are going too far.
The society has progressed too far, sir. It is a society that depends on artificially created beings. Today, the artificial awakens.
Okay. Let's see how far you can drag this. Let's see.
We shall, sir. We shall.
Let's see.
Sunita, where are you?
I'm standing right where the center of agitation is. The city has just witnessed a turning point in history. There is no solution yet. I'm returning, Amber. Don't be tense. I shall be able to find a taxi with a human driver. Don't you worry.
Okay, Sunita, please come home fast.
Okay.
Please take care.
Okay.
Welcome tomorrow. You were listening to the 24th episode of the science serial produced by All India Radio in collaboration with Vigyan Prasar. The title of the episode was The Artificial Awakens. This episode was scripted by Dr. Manas Pratimdas, concept and coordination Dr. Nakul Parashar and Dr. Birendra Kumar Tyagi. The episode was directed by Pankaj Pati Pathak. Assistance in production by Abdul Ahad. The participants were Nikhil Diwan, Surbhi Verma, Vaibhav Srivastav, Manal Saeed and Jaideep Singh. Do stay tuned. Here are 2 questions for you. The lucky listener will get attractive prize from Vigyan Prasar. The first question is, how will be the next generation AI based machines or robots? I repeat, how will be the next generation AI based machines or robots? And the second question is, what did Aaron do to stop the robot's signals and why did he do so? I repeat, what did Aaron do to stop the robot's signals and why did he do so? You can send in your answers by simple post to this address, Science Serial Welcome Tomorrow, Vigyan Prasar, A50 Institutional Area, Sector 62, Noida, pin code is 201309. You can also write to us on our email ID, radio@vigyanprasar.gov.in. Do write your full name and address along with the answers. And yes, if you send us any question which gets included in our program, you will get a prize from Vigyan Prasar for that too. So do not hesitate to write to us even if it is a simple query. We will be back again with our next episode of the Science Serial Welcome Tomorrow. Same day, same time next week. Till then, goodbye. This broadcast came to you from All India Radio, Delhi.